purpose of our video is to do a step-by-step coaching instruction on how to punt a football.
When punting the football, you want to use two hands and hold at waist level. You want to look directly at the center of the football. You step first with your opposite kicking foot, and you drop it on your laces and you follow through. Here in this video, we have the conjugative stage, also known as the beginner stage of punting. The conjugative learner does a good job not letting the football touch the ground. She secures it to set herself up to make a good punt. Notice where she catches the ball. She catches it with her body and she bobbles the football. To improve, she needs to catch the football with her hands out in front of her body. Take one big step with her opposite kicking foot to get the punt off quicker. Her drop was about waist level. However, when she caught and dropped the football, she did not put the laces away from her kicking foot. She dropped the football kicking it with the laces. This was incorrect because kicking it with the laces can cause the football to go in all sorts of directions. Her follow through was decent. However, if she kicked the ball with more velocity and followed through a little bit higher with her kicking foot, the football have went a lot farther. Two things that my learner needs to improve on is catching the football and punting it with the laces out. A drill that can be incorporated to help improve this is to repetitively work on catching the football so that the hands are out in front when securing the snap, and when punting it, repetitively drop the football out in front of the kicking foot with the laces up.
This video demonstrated was the associative stage, which is also called the intermediate stage. The catch was properly caught and he placed his hands correctly on the football. The drop could have been improved though. He should have dropped it straight down instead of having the ball turning sideways while in the air. This could result in kicking the ball in different directions and not straight. When he kicked it, the laces were properly up, which caused the ball to go straight and where he wanted it to go. Prior to the drop, the stepping seemed to be correct. Continuing to the follow-through, he did not continue his leg motion completely through. In order for him to reach the expert stage, he must reduce his degrees of freedom. He should participate in park practice with the drop and the follow-through and the kick to help him improve. Overall, the form isn't too bad while being in the associative stage. Since he was skilled at catching the snap, he could work on the things he needed to improve his punting by someone just handing him the footballs and having him taking the steps properly, dropping the ball, kicking, and then working on his follow-through. This would be considered park practicing.
I'll be discussing the autonomous level of punting. It is the expert level. This is a type of punting you would see at like a Power 5 Division I level or the NFL. Our guy did a pretty good job, I thought. He did good on most things. I'd say the two areas he needed to improve on the most are the follow through at the very end, getting his leg extension, and the timing of getting the punt off so that it doesn't get blocked. The snap was good. I thought he followed the ball in very well with his hands, and he caught it with his hands and not his body, which is very important. His grip was good. It looked like he was shaking hands with the ball with both his right and left hand, which is what we're looking for. And I noticed that he also dropped with the laces up. That's one of the easiest things, and even something we usually see done well at the cognitive level. I noticed that the ball did hit more towards the middle of his foot than the outside of his foot, so that might be one area he could also improve a little bit on as well, as the ball didn't get optimal distance and height. Follow through is the last step, and that's probably the main area that he should improve on, I would say, overall. And the last thing to remember with punting at this level is the hang time and the distance are equally important because you don't want to outkick your coverage. As mentioned earlier, a couple areas my guys need to improve on is probably the timing and follow through for his punt. There's a couple drills he can do to work on that. The first thing he can do is practice his follow through on his own. And another thing he can do to improve his timing is work on catching the ball cleanly from the snapper.
We made an application extension by telling the learners how to properly punt before they punted to see if it would modify the way they kicked and the technique they used while punting. Also, the cue for them to punt was the center snapping the ball on the words ready, set, go. Overall, punting itself is a closed sport during practice, but put into a game situation, it becomes an open skilled sport due to the fact the center initiates the action.
In summary, there are 7 main key points to punting. The first one would be the snap. It all starts with a good snap. The second one would be to follow the ball in with your hands. Do not let it hit your body. Third, we need a good grip. You need to hold both balls like you're shaking hands with the ball. Drop the ball with the laces up, not down. Fifth, we need the ball to hit off the big bone on the outside of the foot to get optimal distance and spiral. Next, we need to follow through. Our leg needs to end up high. Last but not least, hang time and distance. These are the 2 main points of punting, and we don't want to outkick our coverage. This summary would be good for a coaching tutorial to use to teach punters how to punt.